Today we have the BMW 520 diesel. It's a 2022 model, and we'll give it a first impression review, take it on a point of view test drive and see what it's like. Now let's first check out the outside and do a quick walk around. And if it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Sholly. I put these videos out every other day. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, get involved in the comment section. And with that, let's crack on. As this is a 2022, so it's got the updated lights and kidney grille, which I believe they updated in 2020. Correct me in the comment section below if I'm wrong. We have the 17-inch alloys on this one, so it's a little bit more economical. It's a beautiful design, very BMW. Side skirts. The rear lights have also been updated in 2020. You have the camera for the reversing camera, and the boot space is 530 liters big. The opening is okay, it's not the widest, but the size is quite big. It goes very deep in. You got some tie down points, net, storage net, a battery at the back, and your first aid kit. It's a very windy day in London, so let's check out the back seats real quick and get out the wind. The coloring of the leather in this model is interesting. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of it. You've got very big door bins. The passenger seat is in my normal driver seat position. I've only got my driver seat a little bit further back as I'm filming, so I like to have a little bit more space. And I can tell you there is loads of room back here, loads of knee room, loads of leg room. Very, very comfortable in the back. You get two USB-C sockets, a 12-volt socket as well, and a couple of useless shelving areas. Storage bins behind the seats. You also get a armrest that has two cup holders inside. It's very, very spacious. For some reason the back of my seat is making noises. No, it's not me farting, I promise you. Yeah, it's lovely back here. The windowsill is a little bit high, very interestingly enough. You get isofixers for car seats. But here in the front, I gotta tell you, it's a very, very comfortable. Everything is accessible, simple and easy to use, and I love that about cars. Got leather steering wheel, paddle shift gears at the back. You got a 12.3-inch driver display unit and a 14.9-inch infotainment system. Very easy to operate. I'm not going to keep on for too long because I think it does play about with the flashes in the camera. You can either control it from the iDrive system down here in the front. BMW have mastered this, so it's very simple to use. It's got shortcut buttons for the media, the navigator, and all that kind of stuff. It's also a touch screen. You can click home. It's got the radio. It's got navigator. You could change settings on the car from here. And it's also got your phone settings. This does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And I'm going to switch off the screen. Under the huge infotainment system, you got some air vents and your stereo settings. It's really nice to have physical buttons for the stereo and the climate control, which is just below that. You got a physical volume tuning button, different presets. You can just put your finger over it, or you can actually push it in. Again, this is a first impression. I've just picked up this car 5 minutes ago, or 5 minutes before I got here, so we're going through its features on a first impression basis. You got the climate control settings, fairly simple to use. This model has heated seats. You got physical buttons for the fan speed, temperature. You can change what vents the air comes from by pressing this button here. And then below that we have a wireless charging port, USB socket, 2 cup holders, a 12-volt socket. The gear stick is fairly simple to use. You push it in the unlock button on the right of the gear stick. To go into drive, you press drive, you pull it back, and to go into reverse, you push it forward. You've got the camera that comes up, the reversing camera. It's not the clearest, it's not the best, but it does the job. Press P and it goes back into park. You get different driving modes on this one. You have Sport, Comfort and Eco Pro. When you press the buttons, your driver display changes colors. So that's in Sport, Comfort and Eco Pro. We'll keep it in Comfort for now, or we'll put it actually in Eco Pro. You have the handbrake, and then there's so you get some storage. Not that much, to be honest. It's still got the items, the owner's items in here. There is a USB-C socket inside. And talking about storage, you get a decent sized glove box, and the door bins and the driver's and passenger doors are very plentiful, very spacious. You can't put a coffee cup in there as it's a slanting storage unit. In the driver's door you have your electric windows and your electric folding mirrors. The quality on this car, as you would expect from a BMW, is absolutely fantastic. It feels great all over the place. You've got soft touch material, soft touch leather in the door. Lower down is a little bit scratchy. That's only in the door. On the center console it's not too bad. It's also felt halfway up, which is nice. The steering wheel feels nice and chunky, as you would expect from a BMW. As I said earlier, the paddle shifts on the behind the steering wheel, and you have the cruise control settings on the left, stereo settings on the right, and if you press this button here, it brings up something over there where you can go through different radio options. And with that out the way, let's take it for a drive and see what it's like. Now, as I said earlier, this is the 2-litre diesel. You can tell straight away it is a BMW. It does feel more sportier than a Mercedes E-Class. It feels very similar to a Jaguar XF. It's that kind of sporty drive. You can talk to this car by pressing this button on the steering wheel and saying things like, set the temperature to 20 degrees.
Okay, I set the temperature on 20 degrees Celsius.
Thank you, BMW. Or you can say things like, open the driver's window.
I will open the driver's window.
That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, a lot of cars do the same thing. I think the best one is Mercedes, but I haven't checked this car, all the things you can say to it, or I haven't gone through it yet. But that's a brilliant system. I mean, you got to be somewhat of a lazy sod to talk to your car and tell it what to do for you. I'm currently on the North Circular Road. This is the road that goes around North London, where the speed limit is 50. So it's a little bit of a faster road than the street I was going on earlier. And I gotta say that on this road, it feels very content. You don't hear the diesel engine here at all. It doesn't feel underpowered. It's just cruising nicely at 50 miles per hour. Very, very comfortable. I can see why so many business people get this car, especially for long drives. It's very comfortable to sit in. It cruises nicely. It's an economical car. I actually think I wanted to get off at that exit, but never mind, let's continue driving. There is hardly any wind noise, and the tires you don't really hear much, but I'm only going 50. I'd have to check it really at 70 to see if it's to see what it's like at those speeds. But at these speeds, it takes in the bumps nicely. Again, the steering is direct. It's absolutely fantastic. And even though it's only a 2-litre, it's not a slow car. It's it picks up nicely, quickly, responsive. You know what I'm saying. This is completely unscripted, so sometimes I do get muddled up with the words that come out of my mouth. So my apologies about that. But this is probably the most real review you would get on a car. I don't get paid by BMW to say anything nice or bad about the car. So it's raw and honest. And currently the speed is 40 miles an hour, so I can't go faster than 40, but I can tell you that it's bloody fantastic. This is a great car. And with that, I'll head over to my verdict. The quality on here is great. The materials are fantastic. And unfortunately, somebody got knocked off their motorbike over there. Unfortunately. Let's hope everybody's okay. But back to the car. Everything you touch feels great. It's got everything you need. The iDrive system is absolutely superb. And if you were to buy this car as a second-hand buy or as a brand new car, I'm sure you'd be very happy with it. And with that, I'm gonna end off, and thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you have a great day.